Have you ever heard of someone bathing in the blood of their victims to stay young? How did a noblewoman become one of the most terrifying figures in history? Stay with us until the end of this story, as we unveil the life of one of history's most mysterious and frightening characters. On a cold summer night in 1560, Elizabeth Báthory was born into one of the most powerful families in Europe. Her parents came from influential noble houses, but this power and wealth were accompanied by a hidden darkness. The Báthory family was full of individuals known for mental illness, violence, and even witchcraft. From childhood, Elizabeth witnessed things that few children ever experience: the torture of servants, brutal executions, and strange rituals held within the castle walls. Unlike other noble girls, Elizabeth was intelligent, cunning, and hungry for power. She learned Latin, Greek, and German. But what set her apart was her interest in chemistry, herbal medicine, and black magic. Rumors said that an old servant had taught her secret and forbidden methods that would later change her life. At 15, Elizabeth married a renowned warrior named Ferenc Nadasti. Her husband spent most of his time on the battlefield, but when he was home, he too enjoyed torturing and abusing the servants. Some say Elizabeth learned new torture methods from her husband and gradually became addicted to them. When Ferenc mysteriously died years later, Elizabeth was completely free to do whatever she wanted. And this was when the real horror began. After her husband's death, Elizabeth began conducting strange and terrifying experiments on young servants in her castle. One of the most famous legends says that one day, a servant accidentally pulled Elizabeth's hair while brushing it. Furious, Elizabeth struck the girl so hard that blood ran down her face. Later, when Elizabeth looked in the mirror, she thought that the spot where the blood had touched her skin appeared younger and more radiant. This wicked thought took root in her mind. If the blood of a young girl could make her youthful, why not use more of it? From that day forward, young girls began disappearing one by one in the castle. It is said that Elizabeth tortured them, collected their blood in large basins, and even bathed in it to preserve her beauty. Some claim that her number of victims ranged from 300 to 650. When rumors of Elizabeth's actions reached the king, he sent a group of soldiers to investigate the castle. What they found was like a living nightmare. Numerous corpses were discovered in the basement. Half-dead girls lay in dark corners of the castle, moaning in pain. Torture devices that no one had even imagined existed. The king ordered Elizabeth's arrest, but because she was a noblewoman, she could not be executed. Instead, she was imprisoned in one of the castle's rooms. The walls were sealed, leaving only a small opening for food. 4 years later, the guards delivering her food noticed that Elizabeth had stopped eating. When they opened the hatch, they found her cold, lifeless body in the darkness of the room. But was this really the end of the story? Some say her spirit still wanders the ruins of the castle, and others believe that her tales are nothing more than legend. What do you think? Leave a comment and subscribe for more stories about history's most fascinating characters.